It's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants podcast. You better get your headphones and listen up quick. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants, it's the Purple Pants. Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 105. We got time of the Purple Pants podcast. I serve as your humble and oh so gracious host, Bryce Isaiah. How is everyone doing? What y'all been up to? I hope everyone has been great, enjoying the last little bit of summer that we got left. So I hope that you are spending time with your family. I'm hoping you taking a vacation. Hope you get to the shore. Hope you spend time with your family. Hope you have some me time, okay? Because that's the most important time of it all. It's the me time. What you do to unwind. Baby, get that box wine. You know, take a bath, read a book. Okay, just shut yourself in a closet and just be by yourself. You got to do what you got to do. If this is your first time listening to the Purple Pants podcast, welcome. What's up to my Purple Pants posse? Please make sure you are subscribed to this podcast. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever it is that you get your podcasts from. Hit that subscribe button, write a review, give your baby boy some 5 stars. Woo, baby boy, been on the Giz Go. I was going to say Giz Nago, but the Giz Go. How about we just say on the go? Okay, I had a really great weekend. Over the weekend, me and some friends took a road trip to Washington, D.C. It was really fun because I really got to spend some time with some of my newer friends and some of my older friends. And so I don't know if anyone's ever like meshed their friend groups together. Sometimes it can be a little nerve wracking because, you know, what's that song? Your friends are my, I don't know what song that is. I was thinking back to like 3rd grade. This land is your land. This land is my land. From the ocean, Florida to the New York. Like that's what song that came into my head. But I thought it was a song that's like, your friends are my friends and my friends. I feel like I'm making that up. But you know the saying, your friends are my friends are your friends. So I really had a great time. Friends this weekend, it was really fun. Shout out to DC. We had a great time in DC. Now, I wanted to share this random story with y'all. On the way back from DC, I was like reflecting because listen, I ain't had to drive. I was in the back seat cooling, had my shoes off, took my socks off. Baby boy was getting comfortable. And on the drive back, I had thought about something that happened to me about like a week and a half ago, where I felt like, well, no, I didn't feel like, where I felt as though, I even shouldn't say I felt as though, because I felt like a person tried me. And I feel like it's really relatable to a lot of people that in our lives, people try us. They like, you know, however you want to determine or however you define somebody trying you. It could be a microaggression. It could be somebody just filling it on your time. And while we were driving back, it like this like instance really came up and it was really like a car ride conversation. And I had to catch myself because I felt as though, I keep saying I feel as though, even though the person tried me, but I'm just telling my feelings and how I felt. But a person had tried me and I was like kind of sort of like recapping the story to the car because, you know, I'm always open to opinions and different things. And as I'm telling the story of how this person tried me, and it's not surprising because my first instinct of this person was not like the best. And, you know, they always say, go with your gut feeling, how you feel about somebody. So I was telling the story in the car and I realized as I was telling the story, I realized I was like tearing this person down as I was telling this story. And I bring this to the posse to say that, you know, I'm on a roll for a better Bryce. And again, as I even caught myself in this story process of like telling my friends about how this person tried me. And I was just curious how they would have handled it. I caught myself like tearing this person down. And I realized in mid-sentence that I'm like, one, I expected this person to try me, so I shouldn't be surprised. And even if this person has tried me, I shouldn't tear them down. And in fact, I should probably, build them up. And it really just in that own like randomness of a story, it really just, I had like an epiphany that, sometimes I feel like in my life when, people try me or do something that I don't feel like is positive, I automatically go into like fight mode. I go into like protect Bryce mode. Okay. And baby, I got time. And so I really like in that moment, I realized like, this is a defense mechanism and like, I'm trying to get this person before they get me, even though that felt like they already tried me. And as I was like telling the story and just like maybe not saying the most flattering things about the person, I realized just literally like hearing myself, I'm like, this isn't on a road to a better Bryce. And although this person tried me, what on a road to a better Bryce would do is still give this person their flowers and still say all the amazing things. And although they tried me, I should have known. My spirit already told me. And it really I just say the story to say that even in our times of like, we feel like we're being attacked or we feel like somebody has done something negative to us, we don't have to respond with negativity. And although I didn't respond to negativity with that person, but I felt like in my spirit of me telling the story to my other friends, I felt like I was being negative about that person. And although that person had tried me, they still do amazing things. And I don't want to taint that person to my other friends. And so I really caught myself and I really kind of just, had to gather my own self, told the story, left all of the other stuff out because I had to realize like that was coming from a place of hurt. And, hurt people want to hurt other people. And I don't want to hurt anybody. And I just wanted to explain my experiences. And I literally just caught myself. And so I'm bringing this to the podcast because I know a lot of people can relate to this. And so I just wanted to be, honest and share that literally as I was on the road back to Philadelphia, I was literally on a road to a better Bryce and I caught myself. And what people do to us or how they treat us or how they make us feel in return, it's what we do. Do we take the higher road and, give that person grace and say, hey, maybe they going through something else and maybe it really wasn't directed towards us. Or, I already knew that this person would do something like this, so I shouldn't be surprised. And in fact, I should meet this person with love. I should meet this person with grace because my response to that person could be the blessing, could be the redirection that they needed. And so I really just caught myself. And it really even had me thinking like on the ride home, I even reached out to the person and just like said something nice to them. And, and I just left it at that because I really do I'm on a road to a better Bryce. And I just thought in that moment, I was just like, wow, like, look at me actually in real time growing. Cause listen, I could have went in. I could be like, they feet smell. Okay. They can't cook, just different things of that nature. And I literally caught myself in the middle of it. I'm like, this isn't productive. And although this person tried you, you don't have to try them back. You are giving them the power to, and nobody has the power over me. We can put the power in ourselves. And so I just know that a lot of people can relate to that. And sometimes we have to meet negativity with positivity. We got to meet hate with love. And when I tell y'all I'm on a road to a better Bryce, I literally mean I'm on a road to a better Bryce. And so with that being said, I'm really excited about this week's episode because listen, we got time this week, okay? And so let me give you the rundown of this week's episode. We got the church announcements, okay? And on the menu this week, we have the Real Housewives of the Purple Pants herself, Jatia, back, and we are breaking down the last 2 episodes of the Real Housewives of Potomac, so you don't want to miss it. I am also introducing a new segment. It's going to be real short this week, but if any of you guys have been following my Instagram, baby boy has been very invested, okay, in the NBA draft. I've been watching a little bit more sports. Listen, I don't remember the basketball players looking like that when I was in high school. So I've really been trying to like follow some sports. Y'all know I love, certain sports players. So I'm introducing a new segment called Purple Pants Play-by-Play, where I give y'all some of my takes on the sports. Now, don't listen. If you're looking for the real sports stats and all of that, listen, this ain't the segment for you. But if you're looking for some tea and looking to hear about some zaddies, then this might be the segment for you. We've got the Freak of the Week as well. So listen, buckle on up, because we got time today.
Welcome to church. Welcome to church. It's a church announcement, so now welcome to church.
This week on the church announcements, I really just want to send love and prayer to the country of Haiti. We know over the weekend, they suffered a 7.2 magnitude earthquake, and the death toll is in the thousands. At this point, structures were crumbled. People were stuck in buildings. They can't get to hospitals. And we already know the country of Haiti has just suffered so much over the years. And I really just want to send my love and support to Haiti. And you know me, I always try to donate when I can. And I have found this organization, hopeforhaiti.com. I donated, and I just encouraged my Purple Pants posse, anything you could do helps. And even if it's just love and prayer, I just really wanted to use this church announcements to send my love, let people know that we are thinking about them, because 7.2, I can't even imagine. So I'm just sending my love and my prayers to the country of Haiti and all that are affected. And child, they're talking about a possible tropical storm to the Caribbean islands. And I couldn't imagine suffering an earthquake and then a possible tropical storm. Listen, I'm just sending my prayers. And the little bit that I can do, I always try to make a difference. And so I just wanted to use this church announcements to just say to the people of Haiti, our hearts go out to you during your time of need. And I love, and I am sending you prayers.
Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident. And you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident. And you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
It's a man who, it's a man you. Meat and potatoes like we cooking up a great stew. It's a man who, it's a man you. Meat and potatoes like we cooking up a great stew.
And we are back this week because
we're back.
Time, okay? Listen, Jatia took a break, but she is back as our resident Real Housewives of the Purple Pants podcast. Let's welcome back Jatia Taylor Hart.
I am so excited to be back. And yes, I have time. Bryce, please tell your assistant Bianca that I really don't appreciate her rushing me. I just want to say that. Okay, Bianca, step off. I got time.
Listen, Bianca makes sure that we get our scheduling done. And if you guys are listening, Bianca is my alter ego that happens to be my assistant. Bianca, say hi. Hi. She also
Bianca is over the top. She need to take a seat.
She also happens to be AKA Mia Thornton. So that's who Bianca is in my head. But anyway, yes, I am so excited to have Jatia back. We got a lot to unpack, and I really was excited to have you for this episode of The Last Real Housewives of Potomac because I just knew watching that
you were going to be wrong.
We were.
We finish each other's sentences, Purple Pants Posse, and that's what he meant to say.
I mean, we got time today. So listen. I feel like we should pick up with Ashley. I feel like last episode, she had the baby came home. Giselle came over to her house, check up on her. She dropped the Wendy bomb about the possible cheating rumors. Now, I also just want to make it clear that when Karen was on Wendy Williams in promotion of the show, Karen was like, and when they were talking about the Wendy cheating rumors, Wendy was like, and of course we know who brought it to who brought it to the show with a lie. It's Giselle. And so I just want to be clear that what I like about Bravo and their shadiness is that, like, when Giselle said that, they also pulled up the blog sites that were reporting it. So it's not like Giselle just made this up out of nowhere. But
Giselle always conveniently brings up things that are like negative about people.
No,
we gonna circle back to that. So anyway, she was over there talking trash about other people.
I don't think that she was
rumors.
talking trash. I like
conveniently pointing to things that are unflattering about the other women. How about that? Is that better?
Okay.
I'm going to use my professional. She was conveniently bringing up issues that were unflattering in perspective to her other castmates to deflect attention from herself.
I like this, Jatia. You're giving very much substance.
We're going to get to that. Let me tell you.
So I just point that out to say that it's not like it's out of thin air. And if you are on a reality show and these blogs are covering it, more than likely it's Bravo. They gonna cover it on the show. So
well, first of all, that air seemed pretty thin. It seemed Mount Everest thin to me. But okay, whatever, girl.
I'm just saying.
Ashley just had a baby, but that's what you want to talk about. Okay.
I mean, listen, it's the Real Housewives. This is what the Housewives do. Even while they were filming, I saw these rumors circulating. I don't care enough about Wendy that I was just like, oh, okay.
But Giselle does. Okay.
But here's the thing, though. And even in this episode, they acknowledge the fact that they don't believe that it's true. But
hey, this isn't important, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this up right now.
Listen, it's
I mean, is that what we do?
Okay. All right. And okay, first of all, you is not getting Zen Brees off of my tilt this episode because I got time. So back to Ashley. And
her baby is adorable.
Very much
That's
so.
what we should be focusing on. Her
Yes.
baby is adorable. Her friend who threw her a baby shower because they had to do something on that episode. Came to check on the baby and spread lies and rumors, like she do.
So I wanted to ask you because I do think like the character you are most like on the show, I feel like in some ways is Ashley, like having children back to back. And I just wanted to know, like, on this episode, she really talked about, just getting in a routine and that how like, she's trying to ensure that like she's taking care of herself. She is a mother to her youngest son and a mother to the newest son and still being a wife. Like how, like, do you feel like that is a real depiction of what happens when you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you. So my kids are 2 years apart. And when I was pregnant with the second one, the first one was a toddler and running around and like, I couldn't catch her. She'd like run under her bed, didn't want to put her pajamas on. I was like, guess what? You sleeping naked tonight.
Oh.
Cause, you just have to let certain things go. I honestly feel like it's like a mommy superpower to know like what you can let go and kind of just cutting through the BS. So I hope she finds her, next level of mommy superpower and adjusts.
Okay. Seems like she's on the road to a better Ashley. I really think that she's aware of like postpartum. She acknowledges that with her son Dean and is really like hypersensitive to that.
Is
fact.
she eating placenta? Who eating placenta?
So she did save it. I don't know what she's going to do with it, whether or not she said she's going to eat it or make tea out of it.
Well, maybe that's where her superpower is going to come from when she eat the placenta.
Did you eat your placenta?
Hell no, I ain't.
Did
eating
you
my placenta.
save it?
No.
Oh. Okay. Now, is that a special request? Like when your placenta?
Yes,
like,
it is. It's disgusting looking. It looks like a whole stomach.
Do you?
That's what it look like. Let me tell you, it look like a veiny stomach. That's what it looked like.
Do you deliver the
I'll
placenta
send you a picture.
too?
I took a picture.
I kind of do. I kind of do want to see it though. But so my question to that, because I'm not well versed in like the cervix area. Like, does the placenta come out with the baby, or does
no?
It
comes out in the push after the baby.
So you have to push the placenta out.
Yes, it's not a huge push. It's, believe me, in comparison, it's nothing. And a lot of people don't even notice what they do when they do. But basically, it's like your uterus grows and grows and grows, and like the inner balloon is the placenta. And so basically you have to deliver it. And it's like this, it looks like, has all these veins because it's very blood rich. I'll send it to you. I took a picture because it was interesting to see. And I'm a scientist, so I had to investigate.
Yeah, come on with the substance.
Correct. Hello. But they look at it to see how healthy the placenta was because that's an indication of potential issues with your baby. So it's very important to see the placenta and for the doctors to inspect it. Now, it is not important, at least to me.
Well, yeah, some people say it's like really rich in nutrients. Now, mind you, did you touch it?
I did not, but I can imagine that it feels like I was not interested in touching it. Ooh, I should have touched it. Damn, I should have touched it.
So I guess my next question. So I'm assuming you didn't smell it either.
No, but you know what? I smelled a lot of other things and I'm good.
Oh.
So it was a bloody organ. So I'm good. Like,
see,
I'm usually a big inspector though. I do like to look at stuff. Like I like those like if you picking something, Dr. Pimple Popper, all those I want to see.
Very similarly, I am not so much a toucher, even though it is, but I'm a smeller. I think I've said this before, but I like to categorize smells. So I don't really have a placenta smell in my category, so I, who knows, maybe one.
What's funny? I don't remember any smells like from my birth. I remember textures.
Oh.
So it's so funny because I remember like when they put my daughter on my chest, I was like, ew. Because she was just, they didn't clean her up. They just plop her down. I was like, oh, okay, all right. This is what we're doing. So.
Last question. Did you have your face beat?
No, it was, it took me an hour after. So, like, I had a very short natural haircut. And so I brought my wig with me.
Oh.
And so, like.
So, wait, you plopped the wig on while you were pushing?
No, after. So, like,
So when they put
when they took the baby away to clean the baby up, I was like, beat, slap, let me take this picture. And then.
So, did you have the wig on when they put your daughter on your chest?
No, it looks horrible. It looks horrible. I look a hot mess.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, if you put the wig on when they put the baby on your chest.
That wig probably would have been shifted to the side. It'd been like Karen's wig at the barbecue that one time, you know.
Okay. Good to know. So, we see Ashley. We know that Candace has decided to take these ladies on a trip. They take a bus ride there. Okay, Mia says she ain't never danced on a pole. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Because,
bold face.
And here's the thing. This is how I know Mia was lying. Number one, she didn't even work the pole. Like, she was so seductive that I was just like, girl, stop. Seductive.
She was like a 50 Cent song, huh?
Girl, not 50 Cent. Girl.
I know, that's how old I am.
Child, tell me you old without telling me you old. Girl, not 50 Cent, girl.
It was a juvenile type vibe. Oh, God. Go ahead. Okay.
Child, so you play 50 Cent when you're pre-gaming to go out? That's what you pulled?
No, I play Juvenile and Hot Boys. And yeah. What's your point?
Yeah. Hot Boys, baby, you got.
See, I went straight to So Seductive, you know, like the intro to Candy Shop.
Okay, right.
Thank you.
All right. But I will just say that she didn't do much polling, but what she did do, let me know. She know how you.
She knew her way around.
Okay, she knows how. Listen, okay. I said, listen, Miss Mia. So. Interesting enough, I thought that Wendy's outfit for the...
Looked like it hurt?
Yeah, okay. I was digging toilet paper up out my butt because I was just like, Wendy. And so Candace says who's going to be staying in the main house, which is Giselle, Robin, and Miss Mia Thornton and Candace. And at the guest house is going to be Escala, Robin, and Karen.
How do we feel about Escala?
So let me just, it's funny that you said that. And so she's a bit much. Now, when we had Jacob on, I was telling Jacob, because, you know, I love me housewives. We know that in housewife history, they will bring on like maybe 2 or 3 new people, right? Mm-hmm. And when they are filming, they won't tell the person if they're a housewife or they're going to be a friend of the show. And so what Escala is giving me very much is she just knew she was going to be a housewife, because it's just like the way that she inserts herself sometimes. And don't get me wrong, I love a new housewife that can but girl, know your place. Okay. We don't have time for you to she just is very assertive. And I don't know whether or not if it's the editing or we don't see more of the conversation, but she very much is, for me, you're not being a friend of the show, nor are you really being a good new housewife. You're too assertive. You're waiting for that moment.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's just too much, right?
She's very comfortable. She's very because most people who trying to get a peach or a glass of champagne or whatever the hell your thing is, a diamond on the show, trying to get the icon housewife status, are very provocative. And she's just very laid back and comfortable.
But this is what I will say about her, which is why I say it has to be editing. I feel like there is more that we are not seeing, because you are too comfortable with these girls for us to have just met you last episode.
Yeah, and I don't know, I thought she was Wendy's
No, Robin's good girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, but I thought she was Robin's worker. You know,
child,
you know,
that's why she stayed. That's why they put her at the and what was
in the hat shop? Was she in the hat shop? So that's what I didn't even understand how they were.
Well, she introduced her. She was like, "This is my friend Escala," and she invited her to come to the back of Robin's mom's house or store to work on the hats. So that was just like that was our first introduction. But clearly,
I know. So that's kind of weird. Like, that ain't what I do with my friends. Be like, girl, come help me out. Like, that's kind of weird.
Listen, when it's daddy calendar season, listen, I call my girlfriend Dara and tell her to bring all her kids because, listen, we're going to get these calendars out. But again, like you said, it's very unconventional if that's how we meet a housewife. But which is why I feel like there is more footage of Escala, but we just don't see it because the editors are like, you're not going to be the main housewife.
Right. And also, I don't know what she does. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, it does seem like they told her she was going to be, and now they're like, meh.
Right. So we get the room assignments. Mia gets upstairs with Robin, and then very quickly, as we're at dinner, Giselle makes a audible call to say, like, I want to be upstairs with you, Robin. And then Robin is like, Mia, do you mind moving downstairs? Now, here's the thing.
I ain't like how she did that.
Okay, I didn't like how she did it either. However, if I am Mia and I know that Robin and Giselle are best friends, like, I'm going to expect that. Like, that's not like, I'm not tripping off of that. Like, for me, like, I just felt like, and again, I'm very objective when it comes to Giselle. Now, mind you, I didn't necessarily like it in the moment, but I understood it. Like, you want to be next to your bestie. Like, if me and you are on
it wasn't the request, it was the way she asked.
I mean, like, yes, because it was very off the cuff and was like, well, girl, I just want to get just out here before you go back upstairs and get all comfortable. And I think that all purposely, I think Mia handled it well. However, I can see the optics, and I just, I'm not here for, like, I get it. Karen and Giselle don't like each other, but I'm just not here for, like, everything that Giselle does. Like, I just am not here for Karen's confessionals. And I really feel like it's like, sis, are you lacking a storyline this season? And are you making it a point to be like, I'm going to ensure that Giselle is my storyline this year? Because it's like, it's just giving a lot from the Grand Dame. Like, where's your wig line?
I don't feel that way. Well, first of all, she is being a mentor to Zen Nguyen.
Okay, well, child, listen. Listen. First of all, because we didn't get to talk about this, can we, and mind you, I've sent you the stuff via DMs, but you ain't really check it.
No.
Can we talk about the bossism of Mia Thornton? So, Wendy is wanting to be this, she wants to go from professor to commentator, and child, like, here's my one shade to Wendy. If you are such a commentator, why does Bravo keep running that one clip of you basically saying anything that a 13-year-old taking social studies can say? But anyway, I digress. So Wendy, you want to, like, come up with these candles. Child, all you got is a prototype. Okay. So in that episode, she shaded Mia. Okay. Child, next episode, Mia was selling candles. Okay. One candle was named Karma. The other name was Boss Bitch. Okay? Listen.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Read those DMs. That's hilarious.
And I love the boss hustle on Mia. Then, child, last week, Mia started selling shot glasses at, like, taking shots at Giselle and Robin for the room thing. And so I was like, yes. Now, I was talking to my friend Sarah. So literally,
merch. I love that.
Okay. For the past 3 weeks, Mia been selling and selling and selling. Now, I love it. But also, a part of me is like, girl, it's a little much. But other part of me is like, let me actually show these hoes what a boss. Yes. Like, because, like, the fact that she was able to manufacture a candle, 3 of them, before Wendy don't even have nothing about her home and garden line out, anything. Like, for me, that's the ultimate housewife shade.
I think that Mia is living her life and y'all looking aghast, honey. That's what y'all doing. So, y'all running your mouths. She's running her business.
Okay, listen, I'm not mad at it. You weren't here with the episode before when we were talking about, like, the walkthrough. I really like, again, I like Mia, but when she did that walkthrough at the chiropractor place, I'm like, girl, this is giving all show. Like, nothing about her in there exuded to me that you were a boss. Like, everything about it was just, like, placeholder or title ship for me. But that was just my little take on last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago. But, so we get here, the rooms, boom, boom, boom. And Giselle and Robin are having this conversation. This is like maybe the first night, second night, I don't know. And they're talking about the drastic change in Zenwin. And I happen to agree with a lot of what Giselle and Robin said, because especially the Zenwin of last year, who wanted every 6 seconds, she had a degree in this, she had a degree in that, she's this, she's a doctor, she's a professor, she worked here, she a commentator. You know, everything last season was about her being just wanting to be respected in this field as a Black woman. And I love that, Wendy. And I am all here for women empowerment. I'm all here for body empowerment. Do what you want with your body, okay? Whatever it is that you want to do.
What you want with my body.
Hey,
do what you want. Do what you want with my body. Sorry.
Hey, I'm all here for it. However, like, I feel like if I'm on a show with you and I see this drastic change, and it's not even such a drastic change on her body, it's a drastic change on her personality. Like, that's a conversational piece. Like, that's like, you know, like I was here for Robin and Giselle's, their conversation. Then they brought up the possible rumors of cheating, and there are now, this is the part that I don't necessarily agree with, is like, they're saying that could it be because the rumors of her husband cheating that she went and got her body done? Like, for me, that's a bit of a stretch. So I don't agree with that, but I do agree with everything else. And I think Robin even said a very, I don't know if I'm saying this, is it poignant?
You had it right
Poignant. Now, mind you, if you say poignant, do you say she made a very poignant point, or you saying poignant?
No, she said what she said was poignant.
Okay. So, right.
Let me Google. Hold on. Let me Google.
Come on. Listen.
Come on, Google.
Make sure you are okay. So she
but
said
it means
something
like
very
sadness
poignant
or regretful. Though.
Oh no, that's what poignant mean?
Yeah.
Oh, child, I thought it meant like point, like, you know, she said something
like
that had a good point.
But kind of in a sad way.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I mean, it sound nice, but so let me just go back to, let me go back to substance, Bryce.
Oh.
She said something that really, for me, rang true, was like, if I met this Wendy now, will we have hit it off as much? And I thought that was like a very good.
All right.
I liked when she said that, because I'm like, for me, like, although I already know you're going to say they hating, but no, like, there is a drastic change in Wendy. Like, and not even in how she's dressing, I feel like, girl, you doing the most. And again, I'm all here for your body. You get your boobies done, you get your butt done, show off. But it's like, girl, can't you show it off without showing it off, though? Like,
so, okay, I'm going to go back. Because I feel like this really resonates with me.
Okay.
You know, having multiple degrees like Dr. Osefo, and being a new mother and recapturing, you know, your get it girlness. I get it. Like, and I will say that maybe she doesn't know how to dress her new body.
Okay.
And she doesn't know, like, how provocative these things are. But, like, let me tell you something. She just breastfed 3 children. And look, I'm sure she is happy to have her body to herself. And it's different. I'm sure her body is different now. So I think they need to give her a little bit of grace. And I feel like they are really just kind of, I don't know, railroading her. I felt a little bit like I am not Team Wendy at all. But I kind of felt Team Wendy on this, because it's like she's exploring and she's trying to figure it out. And damn, can y'all just get off of happy in this for real and just let her figure it out?
But here's my thing, though. If you are amongst friends, and
clearly she's not. Go ahead.
And there is drastically, like, and again, I'm not talking about the physical change. Okay. Like, I'm very happy she got her body snatched. What I feel like Robin and Giselle were addressing is that, like, girl, there is this new persona about you, how you're dressing. And again, it has nothing to do with your body. How you are dressing is different. How you are acting is different.
But how she's dressing does have to do with her body.
But what I'm saying is, the point that I'm making is, I'm not saying like, oh girl, you dressing and you got big boobies now. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, you are dressing different. Like, I don't know how else to explain it better. Like, again, like if I had it's show your body off, do what you want to do. But all I'm saying is like, there is a drastic difference in how you dress it. And again, it has nothing to do with your new body.
Okay. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Right.
But I'm telling you, once I finished breastfeeding my second child and got down to the weight that I wanted to get down to, I had no idea what to put on my body. And I went a little bit too, far in one direction. And because I don't know. Like, okay, I'm older now. What do I wear? So I do think she's experimenting.
Okay. And so again, to my point, your friends can't be like, girl,
yes, your friends, them ain't. And I guess my thing is they ain't her friends. I guess that's what it boils down to.
Okay, but for TV, again,
I guess her TV friends can't say ask her what's going on TV.
And so again, I guess what I'm asking you to do is like take the reality television out of it and look at it from a perspective of like your friends being like, girl, what's going on with you? Like you're a little more spicy. And again, this is not an attack. We are just bringing this to your attention as like, if there was something with me, please bring it to my attention. And again,
so, I get what you're saying. So I have a larger group of friends, and I guess if one of the a certain couple of people would have asked me that, it would have went one way. But then if my like frenemies, my friends would have asked me that, it would have went another way. So I guess it depends on whether she thinks they are coming from a place of concern in a good place or a bad place. And that is for me.
Right. And here is another one of the reasons, right? And I feel like in watching it, I feel like Wendy's face was taken aback a little bit, but I also felt like when Robin was talking and like, I felt like she was like getting what they were saying. For me, it's Karen. Like, and again, now hear me out. I know that's your girl. You're going to ride. You're going to stick beside her. But listen, I feel like Karen is all about getting Giselle. Like she wants to just get Giselle up out of here. And so it's very interesting to me that Karen has decided to align herself with Wendy this year. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting for her to align herself with Monique. And so again, when then Karen interrupts and makes this statement like, you don't have to explain yourself to them. I can show my pubic hair if I want. Again, again, playing on the fact that they brought up a sensitive subject. And again, if you're amongst friends, you should be able to bring up a sensitive subject. But I just felt like in that moment, Karen then capitalized on like, oh, I'm going to be mama bear and protect you to kind of like get you in my bosom because I know that then I can get you against Giselle with me. That's really So
one of the things is that I have never seen, like the only person that I have seen Giselle do a one-on-one scene with is Ashley. So for me.
So you didn't see the first episode when she went to Candace's house? I guess.
Oh, she did.
You was okay. You must have been trying on your new clothes.
I was.
Oh, okay. So, right.
I have a new closet, and so anyway, I don't know. Like she doesn't seem to me. She doesn't seem like a person who's like genuine and wants to actually make friends. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna tell you. So for me in that moment, I felt like the Grand Dame was just keeping it real and being like, she don't care nothing about you, girl. She is not your friend.
But I felt like it was ingenuine. And I felt like it was genuine, but I felt like Karen was like, she had a motive behind it. And so let me also like, again, Giselle's lining of questioning. And then like, she did that with, Wendy. Then when Robin was saying what she was saying, Giselle, again, it's like Giselle is damned if she do, damned if they don't. They say Robin and Giselle's up their bosom. They say they butt buddies. They say all of this. And then Robin is saying something again.
I honestly don't think Giselle really likes any of those women except for Robin.
Well, right. And so
that, I guess that's my thing. So anytime I see her talking to anybody else, I feel like she's just doing it to stay on the show.
I disagree, but I felt like this episode.
That's fine. You're wrong.
I felt like Robin brought up really good topics, and I felt like I'm loving the fact that Robin is using her platform to just be honest and vulnerable, because it's something that I can relate to. Like, she said that she has seasonal affective disorder, or she feels like she has it. Like, each time around this time of year, she feels a certain type of way. I relate to that 1,000%. Then
I really like that about Robin. Like, yes. I feel like Robin is more genuine, way more genuine than Giselle.
Okay, but we're not comparing the two. But I mean, if you think that Robin is genuine, but you could just leave with Robin, you feel like Robin's genuine. You don't have to compare. You don't have to break a sister down by putting another sister up.
Well, first of all, I do what I wanna. I got time today.
Okay.
And I'd like to compare. So in comparison, like I do think that way. And I thought it was very poignant of Robin to bring up her struggle with seasonal affective disorder and just feeling depressed. And I thought that was very, open of her to just really delve into some real feelings that were a little touchy and that people are dealing with.
And even talking about the wine situation, the big key is they're like, oh, they're never going to get married. And then they said, like, they asked, like, do you feel like this is the reason why the wedding could be postponed? And I felt like Robin is very transparent, and why one of the reasons I love Robin so much and why she's one of my favorite housewives on the show. She's so relatable. Like, I really don't feel like Robin is a housewife. I feel like Robin is just like the girl next door. But I do want to just go into during that exchange, and Giselle was, being very frank and direct with her, asking direct questions and asking like for direct responses. Then we go to Karen. I mean, God, you just tearing Robin down. If you'll turn on Robin, who else will you turn with? And see, this is what I'm saying about Karen, is I feel like, girl, you have a hard one on for Giselle. And in this situation, I really do can relate to Giselle, because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a very compassionate friend. I have empathy. However, I like to ask questions. Sometimes the questions that I ask are hard questions. And sometimes it's like, I'm not going to always coddle my friends. And I like bring this back to like when I worked the suicide hotline, and people will call in, and like, I would always pretend like anyone that was calling the suicide hotline, I would pretend like they were a friend to me, like how you're a friend to me, Jitsia. And it's like, when we talk, sometimes I scream at you, like, what's going on? You need, like,
Oh, I thought that was Bianca. You scream at me too? Oh my gosh.
Girl. So I just, in that moment, I felt like, Giselle is demonstrating what a real friend is. Like, you don't have to, woo woo. I think I'm depressed too. And I had like sometimes
they just, Karen she was hating. Straight and simple.
Right. And I just was like, and again, I don't like that, because then it's like, it turns a whole lot of viewers like, why would she question Rob? Why, if she's her real friend, why would she not? Sometimes you gotta hear.
She was just hating. Plain and simple. She was already on that train and she was hating. She just kept rolling it down the train.
Right. And again, so it's like, okay, Karen, what is your storyline this season? Like, okay. So then let's just get back to Wendy. And I also just want to pour something out. Giselle never said, because I had to rewatch it.
Oh my God. Are we going to go back here 4 years ago? Is that what you're going?
No, we will get on that train. Okay. Not the midnight train, but we will get on that train 4 years ago. I just want to make it clear that I did rewatch the episode, or I did rewind it. Giselle never said Wendy does not have substance. And so this is another thing that Wendy has. Okay.
That was a paraphrase.
Okay. And then Wendy is saying, for Giselle to say that I don't have substance, that hurt. Okay. She didn't say that. And I think that it's important for us to go back and rewind it. She never said that. She never said that. She was giving a comparison.
Maybe she didn't say those words.
Well, but again.
But it was, you know what? I'll give you that. That's fine. Whatever.
She didn't say that. And so again, and I feel like Wendy is harping on this. Karen is exacerbating the situation. And here's my other thing, Wendy, you so direct. So if that's how you felt, tell her. But no, you running into the bosoms that been done already of Karen Huger.
She took him out.
Okay, but she took him out and got him lifted.
So there, Well, whatever. Okay, whatever. You just a hater.
I'm just saying
on the ground.
But I'm just saying, like, I felt like, again, normally in these moments of like the grand dame picking somebody up, I would normally like it, but I felt like it had a motive to it. You weren't just picking her up to be like, you can cry now, but don't give her that. Like, it's like you're giving her ammunition almost. And again, like I said, I like my Giselle, but I keep it real. Almost the same ammunition that Giselle was giving Wendy about Karen last year. And I just feel like it's just that, like, I see you, Karen.
I mean, look, this is the thing. We know it's coming to a showdown. People are being manipulated and sides are being chosen and lines in the sands are being drawn. So, I mean, clearly there's two camps here, and it's Giselle and the Grand Dame.
So, all aboard. You got your ticket to the choo-choo train because we going back 4 years ago. Now, okay, because I want to hear this. I want to hear your opinion.
I'm just saying, though, like, if we have to time travel, is this what we're wasting it on? But
choo-choo.
Okay. Right.
Choo-choo. We are back to Karen's bad wigs and bad makeup. So there was a scene 4 years ago in which Ray was having a conversation about Giselle, telling Giselle that she needs to settle down and that your looks will fade and that you need to find a man before your looks
Everything
fade.
about this was bad.
Okay.
This scene was bad.
And I'm just saying, like, and so mind you, Giselle in a spicy confessional was like, baby, you'll be 6 feet in the ground before this look fade. And again, I don't feel like that had anything to do with Ray's age. She could have said that about anybody. And for me, it's like, okay, so that's the issue that you want to take on Karen. But like, do we want to talk about the inappropriateness of your husband having that conversation with Giselle?
No, we don't, because it was inappropriate.
Right.
I agree with you. It was inappropriate. I guess he thought he was giving
Ramona. Okay, he was Ramona, the other housewife. Ray done turned into Ramona.
Oh my God! But it was all bad. He shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have said what she said. No, she did not specifically wish death on her husband that clip.
It was a metaphor that, baby, my looks are never going anywhere and you shouldn't be concerned with them. And the fact that, like, you're bringing this up 4 years later, Karen, it's just giving me like, girl, it's giving me La Dame is not selling and you need to make sure that you
first of all, I want to say that, yes, she did not specifically and literally wish death on Ray, but she's
Ramona.
But she's done other shady. Like, the biggest, shadiest thing that I thought she did was wearing
the tax. Yeah, that was definitely for sure. But let's not act like Karen has not said like Giselle and Karen do tit for tat. Like, it is what it is. And I honestly really do feel like they are just fighting for the Nene Leakes spot of this show. And I had said this when you weren't here, is that, like, what they need to realize is that, like, neither of them are the Nene Leakes of this show, but together they are.
I agree with that. But I don't know if Giselle knows that she's not like that funny.
But I think Giselle understands her assignment, and Giselle understands her assignment on the show. Let's just be like clear on that. Despite how messy you might say she is, despite whatever, girl, she keeps the mess rolling.
Correct. I think, yeah, she does that, but she's not particularly fashionable. Do we want to talk about the leather brown? I don't even know what that is. Okay, she's not particularly fashionable. She doesn't have a business. Oh,
girl,
R.I.P. That she's selling. And like, yeah, so, and she doesn't want to put her relationships out there.
No, and so another great point. So I was like, ooh, Giselle, girl, you be making it so hard for me to defend you. Then all of a sudden, no housewife of Scala out of nowhere. But again, I do appreciate Scala for inserting herself, because I was like, okay, somebody does need to get Giselle together. Like, well, Giselle, you're asking a lot of questions tonight. Let's ask you some. I was like, ooh, child. Like, number one. And again, why I feel like I just feel like that was a Karen minion move. Then she asked about Jamal, and I did find it interesting. Now, mind you, I did agree with her point, but I felt like in that moment, like, so basically, Skylar asked Giselle, like, well, girl, I've heard about this man. Are you in a relationship? And Giselle's response was, I am not going to talk about it while we have trolls at the table. And so I can respect it only in the sense of like, I'm not talking about nothing. Well, mind you, Jamal made it very clear, like he ain't like, so I do can feel like maybe Jamal was like, don't talk about me on this show. And if that's what your baby's daddy has said,
well,
like,
that's fine. Just say that. He does not want to be a part of the show. And I'm not talking about him on, boom.
However, right. I felt like you could have gave something like that, but then to just put it all on, like, again, I would probably have done something like that too. Like, well, when Karen's not around, we can talk because I don't want to talk nothing about her. But it's just like, girl, Giselle, like you got to look at the optics, Giselle. Like, you look like a huge hypocrite.
Yes, she does.
Oh,
That's it. She looks like a huge hypocrite. Like, this show is about you sharing your lives and your struggles, and you ain't trying to share no life or no struggle. You ain't got no life. You ain't got no, I mean, like, what?
Not you ain't got no life.
Like, I mean, that's the way she's trying to make it seem. So really, she just needs to either share or needs to share. That's it.
I agree. I just feel like you're not going to say that your relationship was fake. And I do believe that she brought Jamal. I do believe.
What you believe?
Tell
me what you believe.
They were not in a real relationship.
I don't think so either.
I do believe, first of all, I don't ever believe they were in a relationship. I believe that, like, she asked Jamal to come on because, mind you, he's a mega pastor. I felt like they were like, oh, baby, this could be good for the church. Like, and we can, like, somewhat rekindle. Like, we have a good friendship, like, whatever. However, I feel like maybe in they Cynthia Bailey's, like, relationship contract, she should have been she should have been a little more specific and being like,
you may not have any side babies.
Yes, you can't have any other open relationships or public or babies. And again, another thing that, like, where again I get, like, when they show that clip of Karen at the reunion and Karen is like, well, your dad said, okay, and we remember that episode when Giselle daddy was not here for Jamal. And when
he was like, I ain't putting up with this crap.
And he had that hot mic on and was dropping all of that tea.
Got 16 babies. Yes,
Giselle dad was not here for it.
Look, he was going off like only a black father can. Okay.
Right. Another line of questioning that Giselle had was with Candace. And again, I agree with all of these questions that she had with Candace about, like, with her husband being the manager. And, like, I felt...
And again, you getting all in somebody. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not sustainable. You can't get all in everybody else's business and you share none of your own.
Right. I'm not saying that she does not give Karen wood for her own bonfire. She absolutely does. However, I do feel like in a lot of the situations, Giselle does give, like, she gives sound advice. Karen says it's tearing them down, but sometimes you have to, like, and again, Candace did not disagree. And I'm sure Dorothy would appreciate Giselle.
I can't wait for Dorothy to come back. I hope she come back this season. So I understand what you're saying, but I guess my thing is, like, I can't really, like, I wouldn't be able to take nothing Giselle says if she's not
Karen.
sharing.
You're right.
Not sharing.
You're right. But here's the thing, though. She does share.
She might share.
She does, and she
but
has.
We don't see that.
Right.
We don't see that.
I just feel like, again, in this situation, she looked like a hypocrite. However, she was trying to be petty to Karen, but I think her pettiness blinded her eyes to be like, girl, you're going to look like a huge hypocrite.
Her pettiness bounced back and hit her in the face.
Well, I will agree. I'll agree. I agree. I don't take nothing from that. I agree.
Okay, so less on Giselle, and can we move back to Wendy and kind of where this is going for next week?
Okay, well, I mean, sure. Messy Ashley.
One thing, get off my people, man.
No, Messy Ashley.
Right.
I just feel like
allegedly.
again. So the preview of next week is that Ashley comes as she's invited by Giselle, and Candace did not invite her. And at some point in time, she has a conversation with Wendy and basically says whatever Giselle said about it. And then obviously Wendy is about to like face off with Giselle, and I can't wait to see it. And again, but I already know that if, Zen Win is going to show up, and I already know that it's going to give that, like, she's going to cut Giselle out, because I already know in these moments, Giselle does not have anything to say. But in the previews, it looks like Robin comes to Giselle's defense. So I'm curious to see that. Also in the preview, it looked like Candace, because Candace, she ready to dig into Ashley's placenta.
Not the placenta.
Yes, the placenta. She want to touch it, smell it, and eat it. She tells Ashley, why would you bring that type of energy here? And again, another person who understands their assignment is Ashley. Okay, she might have these 2 kids, but Ashley is messy as hell.
She's like, I'm going to just drop in here, pump some milk for the tea that I am going to stir up. So,
and Candace asks her and her milk to leave the home.
That's just rude, first of all. Okay, that is liquid gold. That is life-sustaining sustenance. Okay, and she around here making jokes. But I don't know. I think Candace, we did not. Well, first of all, Candace is doing a music video next time. So not only is she cursing out Ashley and asking her to leave a vacation that she actually
was not invited
for. No, I mean, it's not her. Candace didn't pay for that. Probably.
How you know?
To be honest. Come on.
How you know Dorothy didn't pay for it?
Now Dorothy got some cheese, so Dorothy might. No, let me stop. Dorothy ain't spending that money on that foolishness. But I don't know. Candace, I'm glad that she's working hard. I love to see that. So I hope things work out for her.
Her video is out.
I knew it. I knew you was gonna be all up on that video. What it look like?
It's cute.
I mean, it ain't.
No, it is. But we talked about the rollout, and I was saying like, oh my God, how much better her rollout is of this season. But I just can't help but to think the rollout's not making, like, again, so I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, because before Child, she didn't release music after the season was over. This year she released this, like, I feel like she's releasing stuff a little premature. Like,
is this Drive Back? Is that the one?
Yes, it's Drive Back. It's a cute little dance. It's a cute little little something. But mind you, it's some shade, because I think when I had talked to you last time, like, it's taken off of iTunes.
Oh, what? Huh?
Like Drive Back isn't available on iTunes currently. Like, the only songs that she has are When I See You, and also rest in peace to Chucky, the producer who produced this masterpiece. And we've seen him on The Housewives. He's a part of Cash Money Records. He was a producer that a lot of people did.
Taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000.
He passed away over the last week. So,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, my thing is just like, girl, what's going on? Like, at first I said the rollout was rolling out. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay, girl, you released a song a day, like a week before the episode. Like, the rollouts aren't making sense. And normally, don't get me wrong, as a housewife and as somebody who actually consumes music from TV shows, I really enjoy it. Like the show I was telling you guys about, Encore, with, Keely from 3LW, the Cherish Girls, last Wednesday was the season finale, baby. And literally after the episode ended, baby, their EP was available. So I just feel like, okay, I get it, Candace, you want to but for somebody who is, an almanac of, listen, don't be tardy for the party, I fly above all the drama. Okay, listen, girl, you have to get the listeners invested in the song first.
Right, you got to strike
then
with the iron.
Release it. It's a bit premature. And then for the video to have come out, and then we know that you're shooting 2 videos, so that means we already know another song's coming out. It just seems like, I don't know if Chris Jenninger you enough, sis. Like, it's like, I don't know, because, girl, the song ain't even on iTunes no more. Like, what happened with that? Was there not clearances?
Yeah, maybe something happened. Oh, man.
But the video is on YouTube.
Oh, I'm watching the video right now.
It's cute.
That's why I may be a little quiet right now because I got it going in the background. I'm like, who is this guy she's walking in with? She's married.
Girl, it's a video. It can be illusion. Now, my only critique for Candace in the video is, because I love Candace.
She's cute.
It is. But the dancing, she danced a little too hard for me. It's like, I don't know.
She needs to Mariah Carey it. Like,
Just
you ain't the dancer, girl. You just supposed to be on the beat to the,
But, right.
So go to the same side they going to at the same time.
I appreciate somebody doing a routine in a dance and in a song, but I do feel like it's like you dancing a little too. I don't know. It's just something.
There go Dorothy. Dorothy in the video.
Okay, Dorothy was going to be up on there. Let's not talk about the work Dorothy got done. But anyway, if Candace is a sweet potato pie, the rationale of like the sugar and the cinnamon and the vanilla, something just ain't mixing right.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know, because Kris Jenner had her girls working. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and I have no idea. That's not my forte, but I feel like she has all the right ingredients, but I don't know, it's just not being mixed right, to go back to your recipe metaphor.
It's not. At first I thought the rollout was rolling out right, because last time the rollout was so wrong, but now we're realizing that the rollout is a little premature. I feel like...
You know what? I wish her all the blowing up best.
Oh, so do I. And mind you, I'm a supporter. And mind you, I'm only giving her, again, and this is prime example of how I say I'm like Giselle. You see, these questionings that I'm asking, but at the end of the day, I support. Child, I did not stream her other songs. I bought them singles. I love.
Look, I'm all about supporting Black women in business. I got my hat. I got Robin hat.
Okay, I got the Musk on now.
Correct. We got the little dome, so we are here to support. So I hope she makes it, and I hope I can support her.
Okay, but
I watched the video, so click view. Let me click it, it.
Yeah, you gotta like it, girl. You can't just watch it, but okay.
I know, I liked it.
I just want to get this on record, you support, because if I can go back about 10 episodes, but anyway, listen. Anyway,
clicking thumbs up is free. Come on, I could at least do that.
Okay, John. Okay, that was a poignant statement.
Shut up.
But yes, I was really excited to talk this week's Real Housewife of Potomac. And again, why I love talking about it so much, especially with you, is because again, I take the ladies out of it. I put real live situations. I put and so I know we are going to have such a stark disinvariance of our opinions.
Yes, I agree. I love coming on the podcast and discussing Real Housewives of Potomac. It is my favorite Real Housewives show, favorite show on Bravo. And I'm glad that I can be on to tell you how you're wrong and I'm right.
Oh.
And Purple Pants Posse, I think you should tell us what you think about the Real Housewives of Potomac. So are you all about Zen Win? Are you waiting with bated breath to hear Candace's second single?
Oh.
What do you think about Ascali?
Yes, yeah, let me know. Let me know if you think she's a little too much. Or let me know if you feel like we're missing a chunk of her because they're cutting that chunk out because they put that chunk in for Mia.
And also, let's talk about Mia, and maybe we can guess what kind of products she's going to come out with.
So hold on, wait. Let me just check her Instagram now, because mind you, we are recording Sunday night. Let me see if she has dropped a product.
Let me see, too.
Where's she at? Miss Mia Thorne has a product dropped. Sending virtual kisses to you. Oh, so mind you, she's coined the hashtag bosses because that was the shot glasses. The shot glasses was take a shot.
They are very cute, actually.
And then mind you, but go to the candles, honey. Go to the so mind you, then she also had child. I didn't miss the product,
too.
The makeup, the rude when they call her rude. Okay, so then she put a rude collection because Ascala and her. because her and Escala was going back and forth on Twitter, okay? Escala said on Twitter, let's not confuse direct with rude. That
I'm
was
not gonna
very
lie,
rude.
that makeup was popping. Though, like the
Okay.
palette is cute, isn't it? Ulta or
So,
Sephora?
listen, then then Mia said, nice try, quotation mark, friend. You were driving on the wrong side. I didn't get to where I am today from being delusional, #delusional. Next season, roll with the real bosses. Maybe you'll get some screen time. No shade. Oh, okay, listen, I'm here for Miss Mia's online antics, okay? So then we got the candles. Hold on, I just want to make sure I read the real sense of the candles to you guys. Because, okay.
I love the candle.
What is don't F with me, okay? The other one is karma is a bitch, okay? Listen, and you could they on sale. So I ain't mad at Miss Mia, but I do feel like, okay, girl, how about you just continue to promote these products that you have out? Like, no more for the season, because then it feels like gimmicky. Like,
I say, girl, do it.
Oh,
do what you want to do.
Child.
What
Okay.
else you got?
Child, Karen.
What else you got?
Here go Karen. Okay, go ahead, Karen.
Don't dim your light, girl. What else
Okay.
you got? Okay, you coming out with some shoes? Come out with some shoes. Look, I think the fact that she can do this is amazing.
No, I love it. I love it, but I just don't like I don't know what's the word I want to say. Not
do it, girl.
Child,
That's mine.
Don't oversaturate the system. That's all I'm saying.
Saturated.
Child.
Saturated. Make it wet. Make it moist.
Oh, child, not moist like a placenta,
girl.
honey. Okay.
Yes, drown them in your bossedness, girl. That's what I say. So I can't wait. Multi-clinic franchise owner. All right. So okay. I can't wait. I love it. I am here for it. I always find something that I can relate to in the Real Housewives of Potomac, and also something that makes me chuckle. So thank you so much, Bryce. And I love you. I'm so glad to be back.
Yes, thank you so much. We're glad to have you back. I guess we will chat in 2 weeks, okay? We have a lot to talk about.
Tell Bianca to put a meeting on my calendar, please.
Got ya, thanks. Just here. We'll have Bryce get back to you. Talk to you later, Purple Pants Posse. Bianca out.
Bye.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. It's hit movies, current shows, live sports, trending bits, and timeless hits. And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Watch for free. Upgrade for more. Stream now at peacocktv.com. Law & Order SVU streaming now.
Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
And we're back from halftime. The 76ers are up 32 down. Okay, listen, let me start even. Okay, listen. Y'all thought y'all was at an NBA game. Well, listen, guys, this is the debut of Purple Pants play-by-play. I have been getting educated and schooled by a number of my friends. I want to give a huge shout out to the boy Joey Hatch, okay, to my friend Sarah Guella, okay, and the countless other people that I seek counsel for, because I've really been getting into the NBA, the NFL. Okay, you like, oh yeah, you really get into the NFL, you can't even say it. Don't do me. But honestly, I have been getting more into sports. Now, mind you, I ain't gonna say I'm a sports diehard, diehard fan, I'm not going to give that to you. But over the years, I will say that I've been getting more into sports. As a child, I was the youngest of 4 brothers, so I was like forced to watch sports. You know, as a young lad, I was a soccer star myself. But more recently, you know, last year, since LaMelo Ball got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, I've really been following LaMelo Ball's career. I've been cheering for him. I wanted him to get Rookie of the Year. He got Rookie of the Year. So I've been so excited. So the draft came, okay, and I happened to, don't ask me how, why, or what, but I did record the draft. And I was like going through my DVR and I was like, why the hell is the draft? Anyway, I watched it. And baby, I mean, I don't know if it was the sports team or the Zetties that got drafted, but baby boy was all in. And so since then, I have drafted some players to the Purple Pants, okay, on the Purple Pants draft list, excuse me, can't even talk. And so one of my draft players is Jalen Green, okay? He got drafted to the Houston Rockets. Now, this has sparked my interest because I think when I went to Atlanta with, shout out to Wendell and shout out to Joey, I had a lot of questions about the draft and things of that nature. And then I heard this thing called the Summer League. Now, why ain't nobody telling me about the Summer League? Okay, so I had to then do my own research, had to ask Joey and Wendell a million questions. So listen, I'm just bringing this news to the Purple Pants posse, and listen, so you might already know it, but as I'm educating myself, I'm gonna educate y'all. And through this new segment, I'm going to have other people come on, and listen, we're gonna go back and forth. Don't think that there's gonna be some regular sport. Listen, I'm here for the Zetties, okay? But I'm also here to learn about the sports craft, okay? And listen, Purple Pants Play-by-Play is going to touch everything. Any type of sport, listen, we're going to talk about it. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think. And please, I know y'all love to educate me out there. If I'm saying something wrong, listen, y'all know, tweet me, DM me, get me together. However, like I was saying, Jalen Green, he's in the Summer League. He's in the Houston Rockets Summer League. And I'm like, well, what the hell is the Summer League? Is this summer camp? Okay. Is this summer school? And so what I have learned is that the Summer League is built up of newly drafted players, first and second year drafters, and overseas players that the teams want to kind of give a showcase for them to play professionally. So basically it's like, you know, you might have got drafted to the team, but you ain't really got to play. Or, you know, you didn't get drafted at all. You went overseas. Or you might just be a newly drafted person and they want to see actually what you could do on a professional level. So they put this thing together called the Summer League. And each team in the NBA has a Summer League. They put people together. And essentially it's literally for you to showcase yourself, how you going to do. And so first of all, where we get the tickets for the Summer League? Because listen, NBA, listen, y'all know I'm on the road to a better price and I'm trying to lock me down a husband. It just seemed like the Summer League is where I need to be at, okay? So anybody know about these Summer League tickets, let me know. So, listen, I'm serious though. I feel like I'm here for the Summer League. Now, I'm asking, so what's the point of the Summer League? So, I had to call my friend Joey Hatch, and Joey's like, if you do well, you'll get drafted. They might put you on the team, not even through the draft, because some people are already drafted to the team. But there are other people that have played overseas, and they might offer you a position on the team. So I asked Joey, I said, well, on the team? And then Joey said, no, the G League. Child, the G League? What's the G League? Okay? Listen, I don't know. Why ain't nobody ever tell me all this stuff before, okay? I'm just like, the Summer League, the G League, what's next? But anyway, the NBA G League is the NBA's official minor league, preparing players, coaches, officials, trainers, and front office staff for the NBA while acting as the research and developmental laboratory. Listen, how do I get past it to the laboratory? Okay. How do I become a lab rat for the G League? Okay. Listen, why has no one ever told me about the G League? I need to know answers. Better yet, how can I become, how can I be the front office staff for the G League? I need to know these things. Okay. So the G League leads me to a very interesting story because listen, y'all know I am team Ball brothers. Okay. No, wait. Let me just clear that statement up. Okay. I am team LeVar Ball's son. Y'all know I love me a Zoe, but y'all know I live for a Melo. Okay. However, my heart goes out to the middle brother, Jello. I'm sure some of you asking, well, why your heart go out for Jello? So we know, anyone that knows me knows I used to love the Ball family. They had a reality show on Facebook. Don't judge me. I think I told y'all this before. When I used to be at work, baby, I used to tune in to the Ball family on Facebook. And I really love the dynamics of, again, I said LeVar. I love the fact that he just spoke praises of his black sons. We don't always get to see this imagery of a black father, like just in their children's life. And so I really love that. And that, you know, LeVar predicted that all three of his kids were going to be in the NBA. And so we saw it with Zoe. And like, you know, I remember when Zoe got drafted, because listen, that I think they were still filming the show. And we even got to see that on the show because I remember LaMelo and Jello were there. However, so next in line was supposed to be Jello and then Melo. So Jello went on to UCLA. He was playing in UCLA. And while they were, like, I guess at some training camp or something, they went over to China. And while they were in China, Jello got caught up with the government and the law. He was stealing like some Fendi glasses and they like arrested him and they were holding him. And so it really became like a whole like national security type of situation where like, you know, the consulate had to get involved and they had to, you know, they had to talk to the governors, you know, all of that stuff to get him released and to come home. UCLA was not happy with that. And for his punishment, they basically like put him on the bench. LeVar Ball was not having that. So LeVar pulled him from UCLA and he sent him to a basketball club in Lithuania. Him and Melo went. So boom, they over there in Lithuania playing. And then, you know, they like, okay, listen, we're going to come back. And it was draft season for LaMelo and LaMelo did not get drafted. So it was kind of like somewhat of a sad story for LaMelo. However, in 2019, he was put on the G League for the Oklahoma City Blue. That's their G League. He was put on there. He signed a deal with their G League. And, you know, hopefully we like, yes, we about to see Jello Ball. However, due to the pandemic, the cancellation of the season. However, December 2nd, 2020, Jello was signed to the training camps by the Detroit Pistons. Okay, so we like, yes. At this point, LaMelo had already been in the league. And so now we're like, yes, all three Ball brothers is about to be in the league. And, you know, I'm screaming. I'm like, yes. And then, so that was December 2nd. Shortly after that, he was dropped. And so for me, I could just only imagine Jello being the middle brother, to see your older brother get in the league and be successful, then to see your younger brother get into the league and make rookie of the year, and you're just still really kind of left in limbo. Now, and talking with Wendell and Joey and even Joe Minna, okay, shout out to Joe Minna, who's another contributor to me. They all really say it had to do with that China situation. A lot of the teams did not like the fact that he was like still in China, and they just didn't like that bad press. So that really kind of, that everyone has told me that really kind of messed things up for Jello, which I didn't realize that weighed so heavily on him. And mind you, he was a child. You know, child do silly, you know, stupid stuff. And so I can only imagine the weight that he must be having. However, due to Melo doing so well, currently, right now, Jello is in the summer league, okay, for the Charlotte Hornets. Yes. And listen, and the Charlotte Hornets that's where Melo at. So I will assume that Melo finessed some type of way to get him on this team. Now, again, when I'm talking to Wendell and Joey, I'm like, is this kind of sort of like a handout? Because I'm like, I don't want Jello to have to feel like I only got this because of my little brother. And both Wendell and Joey told me, like, listen, this is the NBA. You get in how you fit in, whether it's your brother, your cousin, whether your aunt is in the G League working in the front office, you get in however you get your foot in the door and you show out. Okay, so after they told me that, I said, okay, I'm not going to even have that pity story for him. And when I tell you, Jello is in this summer league showing out. He's showing out, okay? He got Zoe and Melo showing up to the game. He's got LeVar and their mom showing up to the game. And I am just really, really hoping the best for Jello. He's doing well. So hopefully Charlotte will offer him a contract. He might get put on the G League. He might get put on the regular team. I don't know. But here at Purple Pants Play-by-Play, we are going to be following very closely the Ball brothers. Because I live for a Melo. And to have both Ball brothers on a team at the same time, the NBA is all about the optics. They all about getting people in them seats. They all about people watching. And we would definitely be here for the Ball brothers. I would be here. Okay, listen, I'm here for Ball. Listen, Bryce, don't do that. Just not, no, don't do that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, okay? Just know I'm here for the Ball brothers. And listen, that is going to be our first Purple Pants Play-by-Play. Listen, bear with me, okay? As we figure this on out, okay, I'm going to have other people on. We're going to talk more and, but I just want to wet my whistle, okay? And if you see me in a G League game, okay, taking my shirt off and waving it around my head, don't judge me. That's my business.
Who's the freak? Who's the freak? Who's the freak of the week? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that freaky freak? Who's the freak of the week? Might be me, might be you, might be.
And we are on to this week's Freak of the Week, baby. Now, this week's Freak of the Week may come to you as a surprise, but this week's Freak of the Week is none other than Jamie Spears. Yes, the daddy to Britney Spears, okay? I've been following this Britney Spears and this conservatorship very closely, so, I wanted to report back to the posse what it looks like, okay? And this is according to TMZ, that documents were filed by Jamie's attorney. Okay. And even, okay, listen, first of all, they're going to put a little shade. The attorney said, even as Mr. Spears is the unremitted target of unjustified attacks. Okay. He does not believe that a public battle with his daughter over his continual service as her conservator would be in her best interest. First of all, Jamie, the attacks is warranted, okay? Because you're out here stealing money and you're being shady, okay? And now that Britney is finally speaking up, and again, shout out to the Free Britney movement, because I really do feel like none of this stuff would be possible if it wasn't for Britney Spears fans. So listen, shout out to the Britney Spears fans out there. So Britney Spears' daddy's lawyer said, even though he feels like, he is the target of these unjust attacks, he does not feel it would be in her best interest for this public battle. So even though he must contest his unjustified petition for his removal, Mr. Spears tends to work with the court and his daughter's new attorney to prepare for an orderly transition to a new conservator. And so this is great news, because we know Britney has been speaking out, and she, again, has not been speaking out saying, I want the conservatorship. Y'all know what I meant to say. Conservatorship to end. She want her daddy taken off of it, and she wants somebody that is not related to her on it. So this is a huge win for Britney in her battle to her freedom. It doesn't mean that she's necessarily going to be free, because listen, the conservatorship is still going to be in play, but her daddy ain't going to be in control. And that is great news for Britney and her camp after they get the new conservator. I hope that maybe even soon we get rid of it. Now, mind you, I'm going to just keep it all the way real with y'all Purple Pants Posse, because I do. Recently, Britney been more active on her social media with her dancing. And baby, the other, last week or something, she posted this video, which was, I'll just say, eye-raising for me. She was talking about her getting a new iPad. And I'll just say, I'll say this. Anybody that saw the video, Y'all know what I'm talking about. It just was like, just eye-raising for me in the sense of it really does, hearing all of these reports and hearing all of the things that she's going through, the forced medication that she's on. We know that some of the medication that she's on can literally change your cognitive ability. And just watching that video of her talking about the iPad really just kind of like, just made me think like, is she all there? Like, what's going on? That's like, and again, if any of y'all seen the video, let me know what you think. But Britney has said she wants her father out. Jamie has started the petition to get on out. So, what's that Ludacris song? Move. Get out the way. Get out. Okay, listen. Give Britney what she wants. So this is good news for the Britney camp. I'm excited. We know that in the past, Jamie ain't been unwilling to budge. But again, shout out to her fans, to the public support that has come out. The daddy feel moved that he got to move. So move. Get out the way. And if Jamie Spears is the freak of the week, that means we are coming to an end of another amazing podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I also just want to say thank you so much for all of the love that I got on last week's episode. It's Anniversary 2.0. Y'all really had baby boy in his feelings. I read all of the messages. If I was not able to comment back, I do apologize, but I got all the messages, all the emails, just in celebration and giving your baby boy his flowers. I truly receive it. And I just thank you guys so much. If you haven't listened to that episode already, okay, get your tissues ready because it's a tearjerker or some of those points. But I am so happy to be here. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. If you have not already, please make sure you are subscribed to the Purple Pants Podcast. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever it is that you get your podcasts from. You know my Uncle Pookie over there in West Philly is selling a subscription out the trunk of his car so you can get it from him. Make sure you write a review, give your baby boy some 5 stars, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a cousin that it's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better get your headphones and listen up quick. Woo. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Woo. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box of wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants.